decide. You are helpless. The baby became the boss there. After a little older, you take and you start writing with something, baby got hold of it. Cry, start fighting. And then finally what you do? Okay, you take another one. So who decides what pen you will write with? These things keep on going, little more bigger. After some more 10, 12, 13-year-old, the child will say that, give me this, I need a bike. If no, then he says, I'll shoot you. All right, I'll buy the bike. Little more bigger, buy me a car, or not, I will hang. Buy a car. This didn't start there. This started the day the baby was born. All these things doesn't start overnight when he became 18-year-old, that magical age of becoming an adult. No, it started from there. You give the baby something to eat, rice, and there is a piece of fish, or there is some egg, or there is some bitter gourd curry or something. What the baby will take. He wants. The mother tried to make the baby to eat a piece of bitter gourd. The baby fuss and spit and show the dandrum and all. And in some homes there is no use. You have to eat whatever is given. Babies learn very quick. My parents are the bosses here. I just eat what they cook, unless I'm allergic or something. There is no use in making the fuss. When it is time to go to school, what does the baby do? Immediately vomit. Oh, don't go today. That's what. Or lose motion. Oh, don't go today. He knows. He has no health problems. You ask the baby to clean that, go change your clothes and go. Next day that sickness is gone. Some other new sickness will come. Don't we have Sunday morning headache? When it is time to go to church, not feeling well, I'm not coming. After 5 minutes, you turn the TV on and you watch. No problem. And this is all our sin nature, manifesting itself in different ways. So when Pelagius said man has no problem, well, Pelagius has to keep down the bar very low, not where God has put it. He has to say that evil thoughts are not sin, this dandruff is not sin, disobedience is not sin. No, they are not. Sin is adultery or murder or major bank break, something like that is sin. That's where most Indians think that sin is comparative term. Something like the child taking father's wallet and stealing 100 rupees, that's not sin, that's his money after all. Who the father lives for? But the Bible says that anything you take somebody else's without his knowledge and permission is stealing. One of your child and gone to the other child's room and took the pen without his knowledge and permission, he has done an act of stealing. You must say that you cannot do that. You have to ask your brother or sister, can I borrow your pen? If you say yes. Honesty is that. We don't teach our children honesty from childhood. So they are all semi-thieves. Yes. The integrity is not there. Where are you going? When will you be back? 9 o'clock. Comes 11 o'clock. My parents don't ask. Son or daughter, you said 9 o'clock. This is now 11 o'clock. Give me an explanation for 2 hours. He will say, some lie. Oh, well, this and that. And that starts, then later he will give lies to his wife for coming late. This whole starts there. So man is a sinner. I mean, nobody can say that. Pelagius or Arminius or doesn't matter whoever. You don't help people by saying that you are not a sinner. Man is totally depraved. Totally depraved. Scientists and doctors and pastors and teachers, everybody is totally depraved. By God's grace only a man is. That's what John Newton sang when he said amazing grace. Amazing grace. That's what it is. It's amazing grace. Yes.
But people get rewards or based on good works.
Oh, there is rewards. There are rewards for non-believers for every good work they do. They get rewards here. Like Mother Teresa was given a Nobel Prize. You ever heard of getting a Nobel Prize for taking care of children? Only God gave her a Nobel Prize. She is rewarded. And God is very, very gracious God, and just, God, Romans 2 says that to everyone who does good, He will, that God does. Yeah. But don't expect anything up there, because you don't go there because of this. Yeah. From the moment of your salvation, for every good work you have done, you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded. That's because you are created for good works, right? And God has ordained that we should be doing it. The list of good works we must be doing is given in the Bible. We must be doing that one.
Not do anything.
No, depraved means sin has affected every part of your being. Your mind, your intellect, your emotions, your feelings, everything is affected by sin.
Then I should do always sin only.
No. Because your knife is not sharp, you always have to cut somebody's throat. Doesn't have to. It means that it is more easier for us to sin than to do a good work. Yes. It's more easy for you to pick up a 10 rupee bill from there than take a 10 rupee bill and give to the poor man. It's always easier. Yes. Yeah.
It's easy to think bad about a person than good about a person.
It's easier to think bad about somebody than thinking good about somebody. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's easier to gossip than to evangelize.
Children baby crying, no?
Yeah.
Selfishness. How she got it?
How she got it? Because she is born from a sinner.
Sin is because of bad examples, right?
I didn't say that. Sin is, yeah, they say that. Armenians or Pelagius said that sin is because of the bad example. But the Bible teaches that sin is that we are born with sin nature. Pelagius was a wrong teacher, false teacher, not the right teacher. So there are people who have said many wrong things about sin. Yeah, we all. You don't need to be a theologian to say wrong things. Yeah.
It means genetically we are corrupted.
Well, you be careful. Yes and no. Yes, because everything from a father to a son is communicated through genetics. No, because nobody is programmed to be a drunkard or homosexual. That's what now people say, that a homosexual is programmed to be a homosexual. He is born to be a homosexual because his genes has a disposition towards homosexuality. Now, man is a sinner does not mean he is born with a particular sin to be committed. No. So that's an excuse these people are using. Oh, well, it's not his choice. He's born that way. Nobody is born that way. And it's true, some people have more inclination towards certain things than the other people. That's because the way from childhood they are all brought up that way. A little boy is born, what the mother do? put a ribbon on the hair and this one and a frock on it, and so telling the baby that you are a boy, you are a girl. So what a girl supposed to do? Find out another boy. So that's what he will do. He will find out another boy because his image is a girlish image. So he will seek for a boy. So he will naturally will be attached to a boy and they will do things. That's the same thing with the girls also. They so badly wanted a boy. A girl is born, so what they do? They would dress him up like a boy and even call him, the masculine pronouns and, everything. And then that little girl is growing up with the image that she is a boy and, she more inclined to play with boys and for girls because he's a boy, the opposite sex and all that. And very soon what she will get involved with girls and she will be a lesbian.
But in a home, where there are many children, they have different inclinations.
That's because we have something called temperament. Every temperament has a certain inclination. It does not mean that it like this.
Temperament is also coming through the genes.
Yeah, temperament whether comes to everything is from genes. That is true. Somebody who is born with a melancholic temperament, for example, is more prone to certain kinds of sin than somebody is choleric. But that comes only when he is brought up that way. He is brought up that way. If he is not brought up knowing the parents know that my child is a melancholic child and therefore I don't want the weaknesses of the melancholic child, when he grows, so deliberately corrects, and then the child will not be that. So that's why I said that bring up a child the way he should go. There is a way he should go, not the way he goes. And most of the parents will bring up a child the way he goes. He shall never depart from that way. That's true. But bring up a child the way he should go. There is a way a melancholic child should be brought up. You bring up that melancholic child the way he should be or she should be brought up, that child will never go wrong. But who knows about these things, That's not God's mistakes. That's our mistake. Worse, we don't blame anybody because all parents don't know about these things. They are fighting for survival, how to bring little rice on the table for the children. They have no time to think about temperament. They have never heard about temperament, So these problems are there, but that's not an excuse on God or God's creation or anything. So to blame anybody, anything on the saying that it is all, the problem of what do you call it? Genetics, the genetic problem. No, that's not true. Yes. It's easier for some children to be made homosexuals than some other children. That's true. So we could say it's easier for some children to become homosexual than other children. But no child has to become homosexual. No child has to become. It may be easier. It's just like saying it's more easier for some people children to fall down than other children because, they have maybe one leg is half inch shorter, therefore walking is not as smooth as the other one. But there is no excuse for the child to fall down because child needs to know that I have a problem, therefore I have to be careful. Yeah. So we have to overcome our inability. The amazing thing is God has created man with the ability to overcome his inabilities. Yes. God has created man with the ability to overcome his inabilities, and every child has that. Sin has not taken away our abilities. Our inability is to please God. Our inability is not to study or painting or, there is no inability in those areas. Our inability is to please God. We are unable to do anything that will purchase our salvation from God. I will do my painting so nicely, then God finally will say, okay, take him to heaven. That we cannot. Because God already has painted the heavens and the look at the beautiful what man is doing. The best painter is looking at the sky or looking at the sunset or looking at the mountain or something trying to paint. He can never paint as good as God has painted.
Modern painting.
Yeah. Whatever painting, all the murals he has painted and all the evening, God has painted so nicely. We cannot paint a flower God has created as smoothly. When Jesus said even Solomon in all his, luxuriance could not even match one petal of rose, just impossible. So we are unable, total inability. People misunderstand it. Oh, total inability. I cannot do any good things. No, who said you cannot do any good things? This is with reference to God, in your relationship with God. In your relationship with man and the nature, you are able to do a lot of good things. Look at the bridges we built, the buildings we built, and the art, the paintings and all this. Every field man has laid is because the sinful man was even given the commandment, God, before sin entered, God says, subdue all things. But even after sin also, the same thing, man is given the responsibility to subdue all things. For all great things, the pyramids, for example, Yeah. People have been studying the pyramids. Now they have come up with some observation that in the there's a quarter inch. It's not symmetrical. They found out that, and they didn't have the refined instruments to cut the stones and all. It's all human cutting, So when human cutting and chipping, so they say that there is a quarter inch difference in the measurements somewhere. After so many years, they have found out that. So man is very smart to find out that after 6,000 years or 5,000 years, they can find out a mistake. Man is able, man is very intelligent and all, but only 10% of the intelligence is used, 90% is not used. Yeah. Even Einstein, what percentage of intelligence Einstein has used? Somebody said his brain is taken out, Einstein's brain is in the University of Pennsylvania, they're still, medical school, still studying why Einstein was so intelligent. Well, it may take another Einstein to study it. Because the people studying are less than Einstein. So of course, the aggregate intelligence of all the medical doctors there, maybe put together. But even Einstein did not use more than 10% of his intelligence. Average person used very little intelligence. So what was the intelligence God created man with? If he has used all that, God told him, he put everything he created under his feet and said, subdue and rule. The sun, moon, the stars, everything. How many millennium it took for man to send a man to moon? So man's depravity, we are not saying that man has no ability. That's not what I mean. Man's depravity means that every part of his personality is corrupted by sin. There is no one part where sin did not corrupt every part. Inability means man is not able to use his ability to please God, do anything that God will be pleased. Now, God may accept many things we do. That's not because of the excellence of our work. That's because of His grace. God is gracious. Yeah. Sometimes we do that, our children draw some pictures and bring to us, 2-year-old child. What do we, sensible parents will take, say, you idiot, what did he do? This is picture, go get out. Won't say that. What will say that? Oh, nice. Hey, come here, Grace. See this, what our son has drawn. We do, that's great, We all know that what we are saying is not lie. We are appreciating our boy's ability to do. That's all what we are doing. We are encouraging him. Yes. One of my Malayalam professor was Mahagavi Mathandaragan, Puttangav Mathandaragan. This is my Malayalam professor. He said the example in the classroom. Mahavi K.V. Simon was there, very near. He is Puttangav and Dyaramala very near. So, he was Mathandaragan was a little child. Little child means a 13, 14-year-old, something like that. He has written a poem. So he has taken the poem to Mahagavi K.V. Simon for, showing him. So Simon, took, read it and took the red ink and just 1 or 2 mark all there, and they said, excellent, excellent, great. You will become a great poet one day. So he was so excited, he returned because Mahavavi Simon has said it. So when Simon made these remarks, one of his disciples, K.V. Simon's disciples, took this and read it. They didn't say anything because Simon has already said excellent. So after this boy has gone, they asked Simon, sir, why don't you each other? Yeah. He said, I have read it and I have seen every mistake. That boy now needs encouragement. If I put all my red ink everywhere and, then give that paper to him, said, he says, poet, you go first, learn some grammar and let him, he will never again do that. So he was saying that, later he became a great poet in Mahavi only because of the encouragement given. So sometimes we do, discourage people. God is not a person like that, but when it comes to salvation, it's a different game. Because God has to spend eternity with these. K.V. Simon has to spend only half an hour with the Mathandaragan. When God has to spend eternity with us, it's a different game. So he has to be a little more careful, and he is. So he graciously pick up somebody and he does a good work. Justification, sanctification and glorification. These 3 things. Justification, sanctification and glorification. Only with the glorification he takes somebody there. Otherwise heaven will be a mess. If we sinners go as we are, there's jealousy there and, gossip there. And we will be even gossip about God. That would be terrible, isn't it? Then going to God and God asking, what did you say about me? So God makes a thorough job with the sinner. The fine piece. Angels will be wondering because they have seen us downstairs. They have been watching us downstairs. Some of them were our guardians and they have suffered so much in our driving, 100 times we would have been killed only because of the angels have been with us and guarding us and all that, So we have done all kinds of things. So angels anyway finally saying that he has done a good job. Will be. So total depravity and total inability are not to mean that man is useless. For humanities, man is excellent. For this world, man is excellent. But to please God, to secure salvation, we have no ability. It has to be exclusively from God. That's what Pelagius said, that man does not need God's help. He is able to walk himself all the way to heaven. Well, Pelagius is terribly wrong. Yes. So sin, we have inherited sin nature. Sin is not a sickness that could be treated by a moralist or an ethicist. No, sin is not a sickness. God never called sin is sickness. Sin is, it's an ethical problem we have where our actions have alienated us from God. Our relationship with God. Sin is described as death. The day you eat, you shall die. It's a matter of death in Bible is separation. God said is the day you eat, you will be separated from me. You cannot continue in this garden and enjoy my fellowship. The day you eat, you will be dispelled from the garden. That's what exactly happened. As soon as, even before God dispelling man, throwing man out of the garden, man himself, because even as he heard the voice of God, what did he do? He hid. He lost his courage and freedom to face God. That's because he is dead.
In Isaiah 53, it's like just mentioned like sickness
Yeah, it's compared to, man can best understand that it's a sickness from your head to toe, there is no rest, it's all sores and like a leprosy, it's all compared to that one. But what I meant to say is, it is not a sickness where some doctor can treat and make it whole again, no. It does take a miracle from God. When we have other sicknesses including leprosy, you can go to a sanatorium, leprosy sanatorium, and they may not be, even now they will reconstitute the lost fingers and all by surgery. Plastic surgery has advanced, but sin is not something that a plastic surgeon can fix it again. No, it's just not. Yes, the analogy of sickness is used for definitely, but it is not something a human physician can fix it. No, it takes God to do it. So sin is not simply something that man lacks. No, it's something that corrupted man completely. That corruption. Who is the greatest saint who ever lived on the earth? I don't know. The greatest saint, Jesus Christ is not a saint because he is all God. The idea of a saint is a sinner becoming a better person. So Jesus is not a saint like that. So nobody called him Saint Jesus. But whatever saint you wanted to say, every minute through his mind passes thoughts that are not 100% holy. Some may be 90%. Little anger, little desperation, little jealousy, some sexual connotations, covetousness, maybe frustration, depression. Our thoughts, even the saintly person sometimes say, why God made me like this? But what is it, a right thought? It's accusing God, why God made me like this? We say that's a simple innocent thought. It's not an innocent thought. You are asking why you made me like this. What business you have? That's one. Immediately after sin, what did Adam say? The woman you gave me. Problem is not with me, problem is with you. I never asked for a woman. You gave a woman to me. So you are responsible. Yeah. And what did Eve say? The serpent you made. So it all came, everybody blamed, God. That's what sin is all about. Sin. Ultimately, the greatest sin is when you hold God guilty of something that is the unpardonable sin, I'll say. Because you are holding a holy God, gracious, loving God, guilty of doing something Adam did. That's where he started. He's separated from God. He has no. So sin is not a normal quality. God only created the normal. Man made himself abnormal. God created man normal, man made himself abnormal. You know. Sitting himself somewhere in a room, there is nobody there, even not a window there, nothing there. What is it? If every thought could be taken as a picture, you know, it's a camera there, every thought will be. In the end of the day, there will be a display by God. Look what went through the mind of this saint in the last 24 hours. Not 24, just 12 hours. You know,